Daniel Baldwin, what a successful actor, director, and for decades he's also been very open about his drug and alcohol issues.
With years of sobriety on his side, Daniel has written, directed, produced The Wisdom to Know the Difference. It's a film in which his character helps a young girl kick her drug problem by kidnapping and secluding her in a cabin.
I don't think you understand, Bob. I need my fix. Please.
Here, why don't you take a little sip of this? Look, this is gonna help. Just please go ahead and try. Go ahead. Try some.
Ooh, okay.
Daniel Baldwin joining us now. An intense clip. Now, I saw a different clip in your trailer. What's the overall message with this?
Well, you know, we talked earlier, and I've said before in interviews that I've done a lot of different films, 125, I think, now in my career, and some pretty interesting television series before. But how many times as an entertainer do you get a chance to say that as a result of your work, human beings' lives are being saved? And born of this film is the Soba Recovery Center in Texas, Soba, Texas. And this came from making this film. We decided we wanted to give something back to the San Antonio community, and we found out that a lot of these soldiers that were coming back didn't have a place to go. And so Greg Hanley, my mentor and my sponsor, opened up this facility. It's now full to capacity with a waiting list of several months. And we're saving young kids' lives right now as a result of making the film. So that's a great feather in my cap that I'm really happy about.
You say that the character, Bob, in this that you play, is based loosely, solely on someone you knew?
It's a combination of a couple of people, but certainly there are aspects of Bob that are based on a guy that I knew early in my sobriety. He was one of the first people I ever did a fifth step with, where you confess all of your sins. And yeah, it was. He had quite a compelling story, and he was a guy who kidnapped young addicts and brought them to a cabin up in Big Bear.
Kidnapped them?
He would wake up, he drugged them, and they would wake up, and he was dropped off. There was no way out, there was nowhere to go, and he would tell them, "You're here for the next 30 days, please don't try to run away."
And you got him, they got him clean.
And he would get them clean for those 30 days. Some it took, some it didn't. This is the first example of such a kidnapping, and that woman stayed sober.
We're watching this film. We saw Lou Diamond Phillips, who's in it, and also your brother Billy.
Yes.
And I understand this is the first time that some Baldwin brothers have been together in a film?
Yes, I believe so. We were all, three of us were born on the 4th of July, but not in the same scenes. And the interesting thing about the character that Billy portrays in this, I wrote it for him. This is the epitome that you will ever see of art imitating life. Billy has to sit with me and ask me, why would I put myself at risk? Why am I going to go back out and do what I'm about to do in this film? Billy has had me before when I wasn't sober and said these exact words to me. So I mean, it was very powerful to shoot and direct my brother, my little brother, you know, I mean, and do these scenes with him.
This is about getting somebody through detox. This is about, you know, giving them an out. But you tried numerous times. What was it finally that sent it home for you? What turned it for you? You
know, I went to some of the biggest names in the rehabilitation business, from Hazleton to you name it. I went there, and it didn't stick, and I'll tell you why. You know, it's the equivalent of putting a Band-Aid over a bullet wound when you stay for 30 days. That's the problem. It's the bottom line. People don't want to discuss it, but it's the truth.
Insurance doesn't want to pay for it.
Insurance won't pay for it. Up until the Soba Recovery Center where I went, I stayed for 18 months. And they have found a way around this billing cycle, and they found a way to bill this and still have it stay on the same insurance I had before, and it still pays for it. I don't know how they do it, but you can learn more about it at sobamalibu.net, soba.malibu.net.
To what do you credit your sobriety today? I know it's a day-to-day step.
Surrender. There's a word in surrender, and it's end. And I finally surrendered. Until you surrender and submit to the idea that your way doesn't work, and take, you know, let someone take your hand and guide you. You know, I'm a big, strong guy, and I think I know all the answers. And the fact of the matter is, I didn't, and I don't.
All right. So where's this film go? Who's going to see it? How's it going to get out?
Well, you know, I'm hoping that a lot of my addict alcoholic friends will say that they want to sit down and see this, or if you know somebody that has a problem, this may be one of those things where they take a look at this film and they decide they want to get help. So I'm hoping there's a built-in audience for it.
Now, I just saw the clip with the little boy, and it was so powerful and so moving, but also we should point out you have won some film festivals already. Long Beach, Manhattan, San Antonio, winner Best Film. And that's a message. That says something.
Yeah, you know, it's been amazing. We've been in 3 festivals so far, and we've won Best Picture in all 3 for this little movie. You know, so we're in the Burbank Film Festival September 5th. I'm hoping, you know, fellow Los Angelinos will come down and see.
Anybody go to that?
Yeah, you can go on. It's the Burbank International Film Festival. Go on their website, get a ticket, come on down and see me and some of my family on the 5th.
Okay, and then look for it. I mean, just look for it either in theaters or on DVD or Netflix.
Yeah. I think it'll probably be. I'm hoping it gets into theaters. We'll see. Let's win Burbank, and then we'll see what happens.
Well, I like your message about trying to save lives. So thank you so much, Daniel, for coming in.
Yes, God bless you both. Thank you for having me on.
You bet.
Daniel Baldwin, everybody. Daniel, thank you very much.
Thanks.
All right.